All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So I wanted to make a video about Serge Nubret. Now, Serge Nubret was a French bodybuilder, an actor, an author, and a gym owner in Paris. So most people probably know who Serge is from the documentary Pumping Iron. Now, for those of you who haven't seen Pumping Iron is a bodybuilding documentary that essentially follows the road to the 1975 Mr. Olympia competition. Now, basically, the whole movie is kind of focused around Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno, and Serge Nubret isn't really in that conversation so much, and the main rivalry being focused on is Arnold and Lou. So what kind of throws a wrench into that movie plot is the fact that Serge actually placed second in the 1975 Olympia. So that means that Lou placed third and Arnold won. So the rivalry between Arnold and Lou, Serge basically came in between it and placed second. So there was a little bit of controversy in 1975 surrounding this Olympia, and basically there was kind of an attempt to keep Serge out of the Olympia. I guess they kind of knew that the focus was going to be on Arnold and Lou, and basically Ben Weider contacted Serge Nubret 12 days out of this Olympia, and he told Serge that he couldn't compete because he thought he was overweight. So basically, it was either one of two things. They knew that this was going to be filmed and publicized, so they didn't want someone to come out of shape and kind of give the IFBB a bad look, or they knew that it was going to be filmed and publicized, and they knew that the main hype was going to be around Arnold and Lou, and they didn't want Serge to come in and throw a wrench into the plot like what happened. So basically, he told Serge this 12 days out, and so basically Serge responded with, well, I'm going to get in shape then. So in 12 days, Serge lost 12 pounds, and he came in arguably the best shape of his life. He looked amazing at this year's Olympia. So in 1975, he placed second, and it's important to note he was 218 pounds on stage at 6 foot tall. So the year prior, in 1974, he had also placed second, and then 2 years prior to that, in the 72 Olympia, he placed third. He's also noteworthy for winning the 1976 Mr. World competition and the 1977 Mr. Olympus competition, not to be confused with the Mr. Olympia. He also competed in the WABBA organization, and his first IFBB win was the 1960 IFBB World's Most Muscular Man. Now, it's important to note that he has passed away. So recently, well, relatively recently, 6 years ago, he passed away in 2011 at the age of 72. So that's a relatively long life for a bodybuilder, especially a top-tier bodybuilder who was rivaling arguably the greatest bodybuilder of all time, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This was one of Arnold's biggest rivals and came the closest to actually defeating Arnold. So that's a pretty long life for a legendary bodybuilder to live to 1972. And believe it or not, the cause of death wasn't the typical bodybuilding cause of death. Many bodybuilders die of quote-unquote steroid-related causes like a heart attack, heart disease, whatever, usually something related with the heart or kidneys or liver. Actually, Serge passed away of natural causes. He fell into a coma in 2009, so he basically went to sleep, never woke up. So in 2009, he fell into the coma, and he didn't die until 2011, and then after he died in 2011, they determined that the cause of death was simply natural causes. So didn't die of anything crazy, nothing steroid related, nothing drug related, just died of old age. So he was a great bodybuilder. Just wanted to make a video kind of recapping his career, giving some facts about him. You guys can look up some more pictures and videos of him if you want to, but I just kind of wanted to put the spotlight on him for a minute because, you know, as the case typically is, these bodybuilders that place second or third or just won a lot of, you know, smaller shows, they typically don't get remembered. We obviously remember Arnold. We obviously remember Franco. We obviously remember Lou. But the guys who are kind of in those guys' shadows, like Serge Nubret, they typically get forgotten and thrown under the rug, and nobody really talks about them ever again. So I wanted to kind of bring him back up, make a video about him, put him back in the spotlight. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.